#1 TV drama series, Power of Legacy, returns.
Ben!
Betrayed.
Sit down, let's get this done.
Broken-hearted.
She's confused about you and Craig.
A promise for love.
She's in love with you and she doesn't know it.
The struggle for power continues.
Because you are dead to me.
Who will be triumphant? Power of Legacy continues this September only on NTV Uganda, Sundays at 4 p.m. and Mondays at 8 p.m.
All right, so that's the conversation that you're getting into right here on Take Note segment, #Morning at NTV. Now, recently, we witnessed the end of season 1 of The Power of Legacy, which runs right here on NTV. Now, fans of the show have been wondering when the next season will start. So to help us understand that and to get the dates right, and also so you can just make a date, yes, I'm joined by the writer and creator of this amazing series, Mr. Idris Matu.
Yes.
Thank you so much for making time and welcome
Thank
to
you for
Morning
having
TV.
us. Thank
All
you for
right.
having us, yeah.
Next to him is yes, this face that you always see, Mr. Hossein Mushema. Thank you so much for making time.
Thank you so much for hosting me.
You're welcome. All right, I think I'll start with the brain behind this particular series, the writer and creator. Why this pattern of this particular series?
Okay.
Where is it coming from? Is it something that you've experienced, or is it fictitious? That's, things you've been, reading about, thinking about, and finally you had that opportunity to put it in writing and actually see it come to life.
Yeah.
What is it for you? What is the inspiration behind this?
Well, as NTV, we sat down as a team and we figured that we needed to do more drama, because coming from Deception and the hostel, we knew that the viewers were demanding for a drama. So we sat down and said, what story can we bring to the screens? And we knew we wanted to talk about love, family, legacy, the transition from old to young. So that's why we sat down and said, you know what? Let's do this story. And it's been an amazing story so far, because it's a Ugandan story. It's relatable. It's about things that you and I go through, and that's what makes it amazing.
Right. And actually, I think it just resonates with every single family that is in business, because when it comes to that time when they have to handle power, family-owned businesses, they always struggle. They're like, have I groomed my children well to take up on this business?
Definitely.
So I think it resonates with the majority of businesses and families as well, right here in Uganda. Congratulations on that one.
Thank you.
All right, so to the common face in this particular series, you talked of drama. He executes the drama. He executes quite a lot of drama, but of course it's some passion and love in there. How has it been for you? Is this who you really are in real life, or it's just a character?
No, it's just a character. A character is actually really, really, really lovely guy, and it's too much of caring. In normal life, actually, I have actually a bit of challenges. I'm not really outgoing as much, but of course I'm a fun guy. I love joking, and I love people. Though the character is quite draining. In a way that when it comes to execution, there are a lot of differences between me as a person and the character, so you don't have, of course, boundaries, so it's quite hard. Tricky.
So what do you do to make sure that you're in character and you're believable?
Concentration is one of the key factors that you really need to be on set. I mean, aside set, you have a normal life, so you go through certain things in life, and when you step on set, it's work. So concentration, business, when you step on set, it's business, because once you're not in character, you're costing the writer, the producers, visuals, you're costing the crew time,
Right.
So once you really put that in your mindset, you really have to find a way to get into character. And there are different ways, of course, you get into character. We do practice on set, you do a lot of exercises, gym, a lot of concentration from yoga, from all those things. You need space.
You have to go the extra mile.
Yeah, you have to push yourself to that.
Okay, Idris.
Yes.
How long did it take for you to produce the first season?
So we started on this project last year, and I think about February Yeah. So it takes really a lot of time, because there is the process of just plotting out the story from, let's say, season 1 to when it will end. For some of the viewers who are familiar with series, you can watch a series for over 10 years.
Right.
And you have to sit down at the beginning and know, where do I want to end and where should I begin from? So it takes really a lot of time, but as you get into it, the groove gets going and voila, you're on it.
Let me ask you this, because I think it's different for different producers and different teams, depending on the financial muscle they have. So what is it for this particular, series? Do you produce the entire season and then you say, hey, we're ready to churn it onto the airwaves? Or do you go episode per episode, such that when this week episode 1 has been viewed, you're rushing to make sure that episode 2 is ready and packaged and off to the viewers? What's the plan for you?
So basically, TV is crazy. For anyone who works in TV, they know that it's a crazy business.
Right.
Sometimes you have to produce stories on the go, like for example the story that was breaking right today in the morning about the assassination. You had to be there in that time. But what we have done, and mostly Ugandans are used to watching some of the series that are from Hollywood and probably the telenovelas, then from other markets that have already been done like years ago, and you find that you have several seasons that probably were on air for several years, and when we bring them to the Ugandan market, they're airing from beginning to end. And so many viewers have been kind of put into that basket of thinking that when a show is on, it's starting until it ends.
Right.
But the reality is, you have to shoot season per season because of so many things that come up.
Right.
Better budgets, some actors leave, then this happens, change of story. So we do season by season. We carry out the filming starting with season 1. That's why it ended. We had a break. Now we're coming back with season 2.
So season 2 has already been shot and fully packaged.
Yeah, we are in production. We are in production.
You are in production.
Yes.
Okay.
As we speak right now,
I'm sure you're working with
Actually, after here,
Right.
we're going to film.
we're going to film. I jump into character.
That's the way it is.
But at least for you, I think you're on another level. It's rushing to get the timeline seasons after season, and not episode after episode.
Yeah, and
it's different for different producers.
And you might ask why we do it that way. It's that because we are working with a story that is current, we want to keep with the current trend. So whenever something is happening, we can have a chance to add it in, or change up this maybe political environment or atmosphere that, let's say, we are pushing for this theme, or because at the end of the day we want a drama series that is empowering, inspiring, and educating. So we don't want to be talking about issues that don't relate to our audience. So that kind of affects how we do things.
Okay. Mushema.
Yes, please.
Someone once said that it's hard to work with, actually to be an actor, because then you have to work with people who have egos and different characteristics, different personalities. Just speak to the actors out there, or someone who wants to get into that particular space. How do they develop that level of maturity to be able to be competent and to work excellently well with an array of different personalities being brought to one set?
Well, first of all, artists are egoistic. We have to agree. Artists have egos, especially when you've been doing it for a long period of time. You have experienced a lot. You've been betrayed. You've lost a lot. I mean, that all encompasses. But above all, it has to be a lesson to you as a person. I mean, what is the next person coming on set? Let me say an extra who's going just to be clapping, or probably be told by the director, just pass. These people come on set, find us on set, and be like, oh my God, that's the guy.
Yeah.
So, but what are they going to learn from you as a big actor, so-called big actor? You know, that effect has to be there. I mean, you as a person. So it comes back to maturity. You have to know that someone else is learning from you. You know, one or two things. If you do not, if someone else does not learn from you, then you're really not doing a good job. You know, because we also taught. I went to acting master classes. So someone gave me those free acting master classes because they knew I would push the same to someone else. So if I don't do that and I'm selfish, that does not that means that I'm not spreading the word and probably keeping the skill to myself. So getting back to your point that above all, you have to really be versatile. You have to work under pressure. You have to really be able to work with a crew, because they really get tired. And everyone gets pissed off, you know, because you're dropping your lines. You one person who comes on set very late, you don't have your lines. you like, you know, so everyone gets tired of you. So when they say we are shooting house the next, they're like, that kind of attitude. So,
and I think it also goes back to professionalism, because the film industry in Uganda is basically very, very young. It's growing, and this is what we are trying to push as a team, and also so many other independent filmmakers out there in Uganda. It's what we are trying to achieve, the professionalism, because one of the challenges that is facing the film industry here is that we not yet have the money, the investment, because so many investors out there are not yet eager to jump onto a project like Power of Legacy and say, I want to sponsor this, I want to be part of this. But in a few years to come, it's where we are going, and it's why we are working so hard to better quality, to better skill, to better professionalism, as he was putting it, on set and even out of set, so that in the future we can produce more Ugandan stories. We can be at a level of probably Nollywood or even Bollywood. Yeah, so
what's your crew like? How many do you deal with in this particular production? How many are there? I'm just thinking it's over 50 plus or something.
Yeah, on a day-to-day, we don't have such a big crew, because again, I go back to the fact that it's a young industry. We haven't really produced so many of drama series here in Uganda. I think there are about 20 or 50, so we don't have the ideal crew that you may find on a Hollywood set, but the crew is wonderful. We have an amazing DOP, we have our director, we have the producer Rose,
the
makeup artist, we have Vero, who is an assistant director, the actors, so Lorimo on sound, so everyone is coming together to say we have a mission, and the mission is to make Ugandan film your first choice as a viewer. So that's what we are heading towards too.
Can you give me a number?
A number?
How many are those?
Okay, it's about 15. 15. Yeah.
Okay.
For the crew only, without the cast.
Yes. Without the cast. Plus the cast.
Plus the cast, sometimes it depends on the day, the schedule for the filming, because you might find a day where you don't have so many scenes that include so many other actors. So it really ranges like from 20 to 15.
But in totality, it's a project that has over 50 people.
Over 50.
All right. Okay. Let me just talk to you. And yesterday we were hosting one of the big, bigwigs and heavyweights in the film industry, and he was telling us that the film industry hasn't grown to that point whereby an actor can say that, hey, I'm confidently relying on acting from 8 to 5, and I can fend for my family comfortably. Do you share the same views? Do you feel like something needs to be done, or you're comfortable, you've done well for yourself?
Judging from where we are coming from, there's a difference. Over the past 2 years, we've really gotten a bit of difference. You know, at least now you can sign a contract. Back in the days, you never signed contracts. You just come help me do something. Then you go on TV. You don't know why you're going on TV. You don't know where this thing is going to end up. So when it comes back to financial things, it's quite tricky. He's right. Yes, you can't depend on film
alone.
Yes, you can't depend on film alone. I personally have other business ventures. I really do. I'm a farmer, so the film, of course, is more like something that keeps me going. Like, it's a hobby. It's something that I've over time realized that I'm supposed to do. Yeah, but of course I have something that actually funds my well-being.
Okay.
But you're right. We really need a lot to do. Especially the government is stepping in with the UCC is coming in with the Uganda Film Festival, supporting here and there, trying to support a few actors to go for awards outside the country. I mean, our movies are being nominated outside, so we're really getting there.
Okay.
But so with time, I guess the income as well will come through.
All right.
Yeah, just to add on something onto that, it goes back to what I was talking about earlier about investment. And NTV, what NTV is doing is contributing towards this film industry, is making sure that series like Power of Legacy, Deception are coming out, and the investment is what is lacking. Because when you look at Hollywood movies, they have budgets of 200 million US dollars, but when are we going to be able to reach to that standard so that an actor, a filmmaker, a writer like myself can say that this is my full-time job? It's what I'm earning from, and I'm earning really well. So it goes back to, I call upon investors and corporate companies to look at this as an avenue that is going to push the Ugandan market, is going to push the economy, because there are so many talented actors, writers, artists out there, but they don't feel like this is an industry to venture into. But the more we produce such series and artistic pieces, the more we encourage even the young talents to look at the film industry as a career option.
All right. Idris, before I let you guys go, let's just stick to that commercialization aspect of things, especially for the sake of that viewer who is in this space, who would want to partner with NTV Uganda. How is it for Power of Legacy? Are you partnering with other brands? We know that there's brand placements as well. When you're shooting, for you to just partner with brands and make sure that they have that brand visibility and identity as well. Are we commercializing Power of Legacy outside NTV Uganda? What is it? What's the agreement like? Are you in a position to tell us that?
So there's several things that I can't say, of course, because I'm not allowed to. But the fact is that we are commercializing Power of Legacy, because the only way to fuel this industry is to insert money in it. So there is no way NTV can air a show without getting the funding for it. So we are commercializing the product, and I really call upon more corporate companies to be involved, because there's so much story. What the film industry in Hollywood, India has done for those countries is tremendous.
Okay, last remarks, Mushema. Just speak to that actor who feels like maybe the space is already too full. Where do they start from to penetrate?
Well, first of all, back in the days we didn't have social media, so now we have social media. You know, when you see Hossein Mushema, you can follow him. When you see Idris Matu, he's a writer of Power of Legacy, so God, it's like you can follow him on Facebook. You send him a message, he will reply. We are always on, you know. This industry is still virgin for everyone. Everyone can join, you know. We're here to teach other people, you know, because I can't fight alone without an army. I mean, there are people out there that really want to join. Please join. When you see auditions, go to the right auditions. There are some that really exploit. No audition is for paying, okay? You go there, you show them your talent on merit.
Say that again? No audition?
No audition is for paying. You do not pay for auditions. I see those banners being posted with money. They don't pay for auditions. So, I mean, the industry is virgin. Please come join us. We are welcoming. When they call for auditions, and for castings or auditions in NTV, please come through. Do not be there and be like, already established. No, it starts from you there. Okay, when you come to me, I give you 1 or 2 lessons of acting. You go to Idris, he will add you 1 or 2. Before you know it, you're a big actor. That's how it starts. I mean.
All right, so Idris, last remarks, and also tell us when season 2 is hitting.
All right,
TV screens.
excited for those who haven't been watching Power of Legacy. We are entering into our season 2. The story is so good. It's a Ugandan story. You ought to support this. We have family. We are talking about love. everyone wants to be loved. Who doesn't
Yeah.
want to be loved? Oh my God! So season 2 is
Right.
premiering this Sunday. That will be on the 8th September at 4 p.m. and Monday at 8 p.m. So just, write down in your diary, Sundays 4 p.m. Monday 8 p.m.
Okay.
starting this Sunday.
And the repeats are on Tuesday and Wednesday at 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming through. Hussein Mushema, yes, actually a key and common face in that particular series. You do an amazing job. Congrats for that.
Thank you.
And also Idris Sali, amazing production.
Matu.
Congratulations. Matu, sorry.
Yes.
But he's the Sali in the character.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Idris Matu, thank you so much for the amazing
You're
job that
welcome.
you're doing.
Yeah,
And
thank you for having
make a date. Make a date. You know
Maybe
how
we should cast you.
We should cast
Yeah,
you.
you have to.
That's it. We're leaving with the teaser, and we'll be back with so much more. We have breaking news for you. Stay with us. We'll get into that in a few.
Uncle Ahura, are you spending the night?
He's just leaving.
Okay.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
What was he doing here?
Ahura?
Yeah.
He was just helping me to organize the house.
Oh God, what about Sandra and Betty?
Rachel, this is a big house. They're in other rooms cleaning.
At night?
What is it with 100 questions?
Well, since we're living together now and the baby on its way, I'm thinking we need a bigger place.
Okay.
Yeah, and my apartment has 2 bedrooms.
Are you asking me to move in with you?
Yes. It's bigger, and we need to think about the baby. Plus, it has all the space we might need.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, as in yes, yes, or then I need like a proper answer.